Yes, hello, how are you? Hope you are good. So this is Sewa FX. We are going to be learning about forex trading. And I'm going to be taking you through forex trading from the beginning. I'm going to show you a simple strategy. I will be teaching you a simple strategy. It's going to help you to become profitable, which has helped me. I've also tried it several times on the charts, in trading gold, crypto. It works on every commodity that we trade. GBP, USD, USD, CAD, CHF, all currency pairs across the world. So that's what we are going to be looking at. And subscribe. It's better subscribe now if you don't want to miss, because I'm going to be showing you a lot of stuff which you will thank me later. Yeah. So subscribe, like, and share to your friends. So first of all, in forex, to do it in a better way, you have to first scale down from what we call top down analysis. So we are going to be starting from the monthly. We're going to be starting from the monthly time frame. After that, we shall go to the daily. Then from the daily, we go to the H4. From the H4, we shall go to the H1. Then from the H1, we shall go to the 15. The 15. So from the 15, that's where we shall get our, from the lower time frames, that's where we shall get our entries from the 15 and the 5-minute time frame. So that's where we're going to get our entries. But first of all, we are to first look at the monthly. So we first go to the monthly. We mark the open, the low. We mark the low and the high of the last month, and we see this month. We also mark the mark the low and the high of the previous month. Then after that, we scale down to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we are going to be looking at our weekly time frame. We also mark the low and the high of the previous week. So the most important thing about why should someone might ask why are you supposed to first mark the monthly time frame is to know how the market has been moving. Is the market moving up? Is it retracing? Is it in a retracement? Is it retracing, or it has finished to retrace, now it's moving up? So that's why we first mark the monthly time frame. We see how has last month been. Has it been in an uptrend or a downtrend? Has it been moving up or down? So that's That's why we first mark the previous month. Yeah, that's why we first mark the previous month and see how the market has been moving. So then after that, after marking the previous month, then we come down to the weekly. We come back down to the weekly time frame. We also mark the previous week. So for example, if the previous week has been also moving up, you can find that monthly has been moving up. Then when you come on the weekly, you will see that it has been moving up. Then you can find like 2 weeks we have been in a downtrend. We have been in a downtrend. So we retraced like for 2 weeks. Then after we are moving up. It depends on how the time frame is saying. So when even if it is retracing, because we don't want to trade against the trend, yes, you first mark the previous month, the previous week, the high, and you also mark the low and high. Yes, I'll be showing you that in the next video. So I just wanted to first tell you the steps that we are going to be looking at, so in order to get better entries, not to just enter. You don't have to just enter into the market without knowing how the commodity or the currency pair you are trading has been moving. You have to first know that for example, GBP/USD has been moving how. Since this year started, we have been moving up. Last month we have been retracing. Now this month we are moving up. So that can give you a better picture or a better view. It will become very simple to you to trade that particular currency pair because you know how it is moving. Don't just say that today I'm going to trade this currency pair when you don't know how it has been moving. You have to first know how it has been moving. Retracing, the night is moving up, night is retracing, night is moving up. So when after retracing, if it is in an uptrend, you have to first wait for the retracement. Okay, you can also trade the retracement, but I think it is better to wait for the retracement to do what? To be finished. Then when it starts to move up again, that's when you have to enter. Then that's when you have to enter. You can swing, you can be a swing trader, or a scalper, or a day trader. That's when you will enter because you know you have a bigger picture. Because you have a bigger picture of the currency pair that you are trying to trade, it can give you a better view. Don't just enter into a trade. Even if you have a Telegram channel that you have joined, when someone gives you a signal, don't just enter. You have to also have that knowledge of the currency pair. They are telling us to buy. Is it true that it is time for buying? You have to also know. Don't just rely on signals. If someone has told you buy this and this, okay, it might be true that it's time to buy, but you have to take your time also to first go and check. Now we have been moving. Now we have retraced, or we are retracing into a demand or supply zone. Now it's time to buy or it's time to sell. You also enter into the market and sell or buy. So you have to take note of that. Don't just enter into a trade because someone has said that buy or sell. You have to also have that knowledge. Even if you don't know it, all of it, but you also have to be knowing something before you enter a trade. Yeah. Don't just enter into a trade. You have to first take your time and look at it. Mark your key levels, the high, the low, because each person has a strategy that he or she uses. Some traders trade supply and demand. Some of us mark the high and the low. Then after the breakout and retest of it, you enter from the retest. Then when it starts moving up, that's when you also enter and you make money. So that is it. So after marking the monthly, you go to the weekly. The weekly might be retracing, or can mark the week when it might be retracing, or when it has started to move up again. That's where you have to enter. Even if it is retracing, when you have marked your key levels, it's also better you trade that, but that I don't recommend you to trade again. That's like you're trading against the trend. Then you have to look for another currency pair that is doing what, that is in a downtrend. I think all currency pairs cannot be moving at the same in the same direction. Some might be moving up, some down. So it depends on the currency pair that you have marked. When it is not in your favor, don't trade. You have to wait until the week, a certain week passes. Then it's in your favor, in a downtrend or uptrend. So then we shall be marking from the monthly to the weekly. Then from the weekly, we go to the H4. From the weekly we go to the daily. Yeah, we go to the daily. And even when you go to the daily, so let's say that we have marked the monthly is moving up. Monthly is moving up. Weekly is also moving up. Then when you come to the daily, you might find on the daily that on a certain day there shall be some on a daily you might see a red candle that might be retracing. Okay, when you have started the week, you might have like 2 candles on Monday and Tuesday. We might be moving up. Then on Wednesday or Thursday, there might be a red candle. That's like a retracement within that particular week. Yeah, that might be a retracement. So when you scale down to the H4 or H1, that's where we'll see a supply or demand zone according to the direction of your currency pair. So you have to go on the H4 or H1 and mark that supply or demand zone that you will see there. And I'm sure that red candle we shall retrace up to that demand zone, or if it is or if it is a downtrend, we shall the candle will retrace into the supply zone. If it is an uptrend, we experience a red candle down to the demand zone within the H1 or H4 time frame. So you have to mark demand zone within the higher time frames. Okay, also in lower time frames, some demand zone do work, but you don't have to first to just look. There's too much noise within the lower time frames. So it is better to look for supply and demand zone within the higher time frames. That is better. to look for demand zones and supply zones within the higher time frames. For example, H1, yeah, it is good. H4 and H1, these are the best time frames that I recommend you to look for supply zones and demand zones within. Yeah. So after marking demand zones or supply zones within the H4 or H1, you wait for price to first come down within your zones that you have marked. You have to first wait for price to come back, because price will not move in a straight direction. That if the week is in a bullish trend, don't expect that price will be moving up the whole week. You might find on it might be Tuesday, it might be Monday where you will get a retracement, it might be Thursday, but I beg you to, okay, you can trade the continuation, but for better trades, I think we have to first wait for the retracement. We first wait for that candle. There might be two candles, there might be three, there might be one for the retracement, but you first wait. You've marked your demand zone and supply zones, so wait for price to come back there. Then when it comes back to your demand and supply zones in the H1 and the H4, you go back to, then we scale down to the 15 or 5 minute time frame. We scale down to the 5 minute time frame. So on the 5 minute time frame or the M15, that's where we enter. But before we enter, we also have to get confirmation. Yeah, that's where we can see the breakout structure and return to order block or return to FVG. Yeah, that's where we wait for that entry confirmations. The breakout structure, return to FVG, then we enter, we put our stop loss below the recent key levels around the breakout structure. So that's where we enter and we target 1 to 2. Yeah, you don't have to be greedy in the market. Even if you get a little, you will be adding one, but if you are greedy, the market will not forgive you. The market will take you out. The market will take your stop loss out. So you have to put it in yourself that I'm targeting a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 3. That's enough. And when you get it, you get out of the market. Or even if you might be having another pair that that lies between your strategy, you can also enter, but don't chase trades. If it is not your favor, wait until it does what? It is in your favor. So that's what we are going to be looking at. Subscribe, like, and share to your friends, and comment below which topics that do you want me to be taking you through. Yeah, I'll be looking at many things, liquidity, anything you want, I'll be taking you through. I'll make videos, different videos about what you want, registering on Xnest, what and what, everything I will be taking you through. So what you tell me, that's what I will be making for you. Yeah, I'll be making videos according to you. What you tell me, make a video about this. That's what I will be doing. So this video, I just wanted to introduce you to myself. Yes, I'm Sewa FX. I'll be taking you through forex. Everything that you want to know about forex, I'll be teaching you. Okay, thank you for watching me. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. May God protect you. Amen.